is going on here? What's going on, guys? I was sorting out some cards. Found out that I have, about 700 duplicates still of Series 1. Gonna have to figure out something. I wonder if I could build another set. Maybe I should see how close I am to having another complete set. Last 5 cards that I need for my set are on the way. And I got tired of sorting, so I decided to just actually look at some cards. Today I picked up some more of these. Gypsy Queen. Let's rip those open. We're going to call this a junkie break. Where's the scissors? Because after I rip these open, I'm going to get into this box. And then we're going to take a look at a little bit more of what Brian Zebart sent. So we have Akil Badu, Alejandro Kirk. We have Jared Kellenick, Adam Frazier. We have Nick Castellanos, Ozzy Albies. We've got Anderson Tejada. We have Charlie Blackman. Bought 4 packs today. Probably should be saving my money. I should get a jump on Series 2 when it's new. I didn't start putting my set together for Series 1 until I had bought a bunch already. And that's how I ended up with 700 extras. I think I'm going to try to get a jump on it and do the set building sooner after the release, and have a better chance at trading more and buying less. Lopez, rookie card. Alito Lopez. Is that Alito? Cincinnati. We have Ke'Bryan Hayes. Fairchild, rookie. Stuart Fairchild. We've got Mike Trout, nice. Taylor Trammell. All right. Oh, this is my first time seeing one of these. Judge, Gypsy Queen Gems. That's kind of cool. It's like a foil, but it's an old bronze look. That's really cool. I like the way that looks. Really nice looking card. We have Espinal, Espinal, Santiago. Got Aaron Nola. 2 more packs. Wonder if we'll find a hit. These are supposed to be 2 hits per box. These are out of an open box on the counter, but my LCS mixes them up before he lets anybody buy cards. Luis Arias. A little bit difficult. The A's and R's look almost identical with that font. Well, mainly with the line going down the middle. Cool design, but it does make it a little hard to read. We've got Joe Ryan, Ronald Acuna Jr. We have Javier. Christian Javier. Got Shohei Ohtani. Bobby Dalbec. Oh, here's a shiny one. Trevor Story. That's nice. So that's what the chrome, I'm assuming that's chrome. That's what the chrome are. Wow, that's looking cool. I like that a lot. We have Dane Dunning. Austin Riley. And last pack. Then we're going to get into this box that I found sitting around. It's a small flat rate box. Not sure what's going to be in there, but we're going to look for some junkie break cards in there. We've got Trent Grisham, Rhys Hoskins, Voigt, Luke Voigt. Got Jose Ramirez, Marcus Stroman. Hey, you've got another George Springer, Gypsy Queen Gems. How frequent are these? Oh, so it's got all the astrological symbols on there. So is that his astrological sign? Let's look back at the Aaron Judge. Where was it? Right there. Yeah, so that must be his astrological sign, because it's different on this one. Cool. Last two cards. Ramos Garcia, Adolis Garcia, and Mike Moustakas. That's 4 packs of Gypsy Queen 2022. Let's put those up here. Save these for last. And let's, not sure why I put that on the front, but if you want to look up that tracking number, maybe there's a history on it. Maybe you can see when I even got this. Let's see what we have in here. First thing we have is a couple of packs. 1995 Bazooka Baseball Bubblegum cards. And Collegiate Collection UCLA Bruins First Edition trading cards. It's just one of those flat rate box deals off of eBay. Being a junkie, just buying stuff just to open and look at more stuff. This might get kind of long because there's going to be a lot of stuff in here. Let's see here. It smells like cardboard. Wasn't planning on making a video today, but here I am, and it's not going to be a short one. All right, those are a little bent, but that's all right. We're looking for my athletics. We're looking for things to go in my Uncle Larry binder. Do we want to open these? Save those for the end. We're going to look and see what's in here. Then we're going to take a look and see some of what Brian Zebart sent. And then maybe open these packs. And got one more surprise at the end. We've got Mike Diaz, Brian Harper, Alan Ashby, Eddie Murray, Mark McLemore, Harold Reynolds, Frank Tanana, Greg Myers, Edgar Martinez, Kurt Stillwell, Roberto Kelly, Daryl Kyle, Scott Cooper, Tony Fernandez, Greg Myers, Binged Up Corners, Steve Sachs, Derek Bell, Mark Letter, Rob Dribble, Dave Howard. I wonder if I guess we'll figure out in a minute. If we get through 2 stacks of these and we don't find anything, then I may have already pulled out things for the binder. Mike Henneman, Kevin Seitzer, Chuck Finley, Athletics, Henry Mercedes, Rob Maurer, Craig Shipley, Joel Adamson, got Royals leaders, Brian Downing, Tim Laudner, Joe Liss, Classic Best Gold 93. What's next? John Smoltz, Travis Fryman, Bill Swift, Rob Deere, Jack Armstrong, Terry Pendleton, that's for the binder, Chris Noboltz, Derek Lindquist, Tim Belcher, Kevin McReynolds, Pat Borders, Greg Olson, Bip Roberts. I'll set that to the side. John Smoltz, Craig Biggio, Mike Bordick, My Athletics, Mickey Tettleton, Dante Bichette, Rick Wilkins, Omar Vasquez, Wally Joyner, another Mickey Tettleton, Mike Bordick, Andy Hawkins, Chuck Carey for the binder, Barry Lyons for the binder, Paul Gibson, Buddy Bell, it's old stuff here, Don Kirkwood, Frank White, Wayne Nordhagen. Stick those up there. Got Tim McCarver, Rafael Palmeiro, Ed Correa, Ruben Sierra, Eric Show, Jerry Naron. We have Rob Deere, Bob Horner, Billy Hatcher, Jeff Rudin, Jamie Kokenauer, Dion James, Gary Pettis, Don Carmen, Pat Borders, Chuck Carr, Eric Anthony, Dave Burba, Bob Brindley, Tim Raines, Kevin Gross, Rex Hudler, Bruce Suter, Mitch Webster, Joe Hesketh, Bobby Witt, Stu Clyburn, Scott Blankhead, Danny Tartable, Rance Mullenix, Paul Marabella, and John Kruk. Let's see what else we got. We have Matt Noakes, Neil Allen, Greg Cagney, Dave Smith, Bob Ojeda, Kelly Gruber, Stadium Club, Alan Trammell, Al Leader, with Golden Moments, Paul O'Neill. These are cool, I like these. Got Ryan Garco, Bill Pacoda, Jose Melendez, Dwight Gooden, oh, you guys just told me how to say this. David Segui? Is that right? Segui? Segui, and I think you guys told me it was Segui. We have Jeff Conine. I don't like it when they make it hard to read. Alan Ashby. Jerry Don Gleaton. We've seen some. Oh, Eck. Love the Eck card. It's a checklist, but I love this series of checklists. Great looking cards. Bill Matlock, Pete Ladd, Bill Campbell, George Bamberger. Bamberger? Do you think they had a special food? Maybe he would have not taken kindly to having a sandwich called a Bamberger at the stadium while he was playing. Eddie Murray, Tim Belcher, Andres Galarraga, Mike Henneman, Bruce Hurst, Mike Fitzgerald, Kevin Reimer, Kent Herbeck, Luis Polonia, Dwayne Ward, Dickie Thon, Bobby Thigpen, Mike Morgan. They liked their THs, didn't they? Thon and Thigpen. We have Derek Bell, Mike Fitzgerald, Kevin Reimer, Sid Fernandez, Danny Jackson. I like how the Reds logo lines up with the red wall right there. Looks pretty cool. Bruce Hurst, Mike Henneman. We've got Gerald Clark, could have been a Jerry. Mike Boddicker, Mickey Hatcher, Tom Bolton, Bo Alfred, Tom Dries, Jesse Barfield, Willie Wilson. Love that name, Willie Wilson. Got Jesse Barfield. Didn't we just have him? Yeah. And Terry Mulholland. We've got Juan Beniquez, Mike Fetters, Sam Horn, Kurt Young, my Athletics. Luis Rivera. We've got Phil Plantier. Is that 2 cards back to back? Yeah. Both Phil Plantier. That's how I found him. Phil Plantier. Phil Plantier. The famous double front error card. We have Derek May. Could have been a Derry. Ramon Martinez. Harold Baines. Could have been a Harry. Dave Kingman. Got a Cubs. Frank Castillo. 94 Fleer. I like the design. Simple white borders. Just a tiny bit of foil stamping with the name. Maybe could have made it a little bit bigger, but if they made the names bigger, they'd have to put the position on a second spot. Maybe they could have put the names around here and the position straight. That would have been an interesting design. Tom Prince, Frank Castillo, Chris Sabo. Everybody loves to tease his glasses, right? Eddie Williams, Bob Brenly, Darnell Coles. Not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of these cards. It's one of those things that I bought just because I was in a mood to buy something. We have Rance Mulliniks, Tim Laudner, Al Nipper. I don't know what I paid, like maybe $3 or $4 for this box. Tim Tolman, Mike Madden, George Wright, Oral Hershiser, Gary Thurman, going in the binder, Brian Holton, Steve Jeltz, Steve Wilson, 2 Steves in a row, 2 Steves in a row, Steve Wilson, 2 Steves in a row, Donnell Nixon, Lloyd McClendon, Mauro Gazzo, Jeff Brantley, Kurt Wilkerson, Mitch Webster, Rick Sutcliffe, Jose Vizcaino. Is that right? Corey Snyder, almost a Carey. Gary Pettis for the binder. Carmelo Martinez, Mike Flanagan, Jimmy Key. I like that name too. Dan Petrie, Jeff Pico, Tommy Green, Carlos Martinez, Ruben Sierra, Chuck Finley. Not very many Athletics at all in these stacks. Dave Rode, Gerald Clark, could have been a Jerry, Roberto Kelly, Mike Moore, there's Athletics, Bud Black, Tim Hewlett, Chet Lemon, Bud Black, same card. Yeah, same card. Jack Armstrong, Reggie Harris, Athletics, Dave Parker. He was on the Athletics, right? Yeah, 2 years before this card. Started in 73. World Series with the Athletics in 89. That's 73. 16 years. Then down to the Brewers. Julio Valera, Rich Rodriguez, Donnie Hill, Greg Minton, Johnny Grubb. That's interesting. Ed Vandenberg. Interesting that his first name is all caps. John Smiley, Scott Bankhead, Mike Maddox, Chili Davis, one of my favorite baseball names, Sparky Anderson, Rich Shue, Ken Howell. You know what? I'm going to stick that Sparky Anderson to the side. I think somebody might like that. Almost done with this box. We have Tony Armas, Gary Pettis. Again, that's the third one. Gerald Perry. Gary and Perry. Nice. Ken Landero, Kevin Gross, Mark Davidson, Keith Moreland, Jody Davis, Mike Maddox, Ricky Horton, Bob Welch, Bruce Hurst, Jeff Hamilton, Tony Pena, Matt Clements, John Shelby, Mariano Duncan, Tom Bolton, Sid Bream, Bob Stanley, John Shelby, Ken Phelps. One stack left out of here. Ooh, we got some yellow cards. Can you see them over there? We've got Scott Thompson, Bill Campbell, Andy McGaffigan, Alan Trammell, Rich Hebner, Lee Tunnell, Gary Carter, Jack Perconte, Rick Shue. That's the second one. We just had one for him. That was a different year. Joel Youngblood, Ken Schramm, Rance Mullenix, Ray Soff, Mike Mason, Glenn Braggs. Oh boy, Lisa Help, Tim Pinarski. Is the Z silent? Or is it Tim Pisnarski? Modesto, West Haven, Albany, Tacoma, Las Vegas, and the Padres. That's a lot of years. Was Modesto a professional team or college? Pisnarski. I think I've heard the name Pisnarski. Dave Dravecki, Darnell Coles, Dale Svium, Don Mattingly, All-Star Jack Clark, Turn Back the Clock, Roberto Clemente. We've got Tom Pasioric, Devon White, Dane Eorg, Phil Negro. They're killing me with these names, aren't they? Did somebody just put together a stack of hard names? Dennis Rasmussen. That would actually be funny to make a mystery pack that's just all the names that are impossible to pronounce. Chris Bosio, and then send it to somebody that already struggles. Leon Durham, Dwayne Murphy, The Athletics, Mike Felder, Mike Felder, Bill Dolly, Brett Saberhagen, Lee Mazzilli. All right. Red or green? I'm sorry, red or yellow? I got into the official New Mexico State question there. Everywhere you go and order food, they ask you red or green. They want to know what kind of chilies you want. We've got Jay Howell, Junior Naboa, Dave Anderson, Scott Anderson, Steve Bushell, Ron Hassey, Randy Myers, Todd Benzinger, Tom Browning, Steve Frey, Randy O'Neill, Tim Neidlinger, Kevin Gross, Dave Schmidt, Mike Sharperson, Dave Steeb, Kenny Rogers, Marty Barrett, could have been a Barry, Marty Barry, Joe Oliver, Ron Oster, Randy Myers, Danny Jackson, Chris Hammond. Let's get one yellow card for the binder. Mike Greenwell, Tom Brunansky, Keith Brown, Ray Searage. How many of you guys recognize this so well that you can tell me what the next card is? How many of you have looked at millions of these cards before? Is it going to be one that can go in the binder? Reds with a pirate. Wow, great looking play. Great looking play. I like the play. I like the picture a lot. That's a great looking play. Great looking background for the play. The runner backing it up. I mean, the fielder backing it up. I'm assuming that's second base. Duncan. Who's Duncan? Mariano Duncan. Not for the binder, but I'm going to put that to the side anyway. I love that photo. That is a great photo. And we have one more little stack of these cards. We've got Willie Randolph, Kelly Mann, Greg Harris, Paul O'Neill, Dennis Cook, Alfredo Griffin, Gerald Perry. Got a red one. Gerald Perry. Got Alex Sanchez, Jim Deshies. Have you guys already taught me how to say that one? Deshies. Scott Coolbaugh, Dale Murphy, Dave Haas, Carlos Baerga, Mike McFarlane. This one looks like it was on the end of the stack getting rubbed on the cardboard box for about 400 years. Jesse Orozco, Ed Sprague, Jim Eisenreich, Brian Harper, Junior Felix, Todd Ritchie. There's an Athletics, Craig Paquette, Real Cormier, Alex Fernandez, Scott Fletcher, Ozzie Smith, Greg Cagney, Ernie Witt, Juan Benequez, Eric Pappas, Robbie Thompson, and we have a red card at the back. Is it going to be one for the binder? It's for my PC, though. Athletics. We got Tony Phillips. All right, that is that. Small flat rate box. Don't remember when I bought it. I don't know if tracking information's any good anymore. Size limit reached. New video started. I hate this new camera. It'll only let me record about 25 minutes, and then it starts a new one, and then I got to piece them together. What do we want to do next? I'm kind of interested about these. Let's open these. See what's in them. See if we can find anything for the binder. What year is this from? $1995. Bazooka gum, still in a wrapper. Let's see what we got here. We've got Matt Williams, San Francisco Giants. We've got, what is this? So this is an actual game. Play ball, basic rules. Okay, so looks like you punch out the spinner. This is like a little disc that you put it on top of. So you put your pencil through the hole and you spin this, and whatever the arrow points at, you can freeze and shrink that if you want. Kevin Apier. We have Robin Ventura. We've got Melvin Neebs and Devon White. Is it Devon or Devon? Don't usually bust into the gum. Oh, I was going to eat that, but I'm not going to. That doesn't look anything. It's not even pink anymore. It's kind of orange. Got black spots on it. Not going to even do it, guys. Not even going to try it. Let's see what the comic is. Let's see if I can let you guys see the comic without having to look at my thumbs. All right, there you go. Oh, he's counting how many times he can hit the ball. I guess he's cheating. Why is he wearing a mask, though? Was this predicting the future? Cover your face. Let's look in here. See if any of the Bruins. I'm not sure if this is going to be just football or if this is just going to be all the college sports. Interesting. When somebody like Fairfield puts packs like these in, well, there's basketball. Okay. Bill Walton, basketball. John Moore, basketball. Gary Cunningham. I think that some of these sets like these, the Collegiate Collection, looking at some of the photos that they use, I think what they're just using is they just go and find photos that are in the public domain so they don't have to pay anybody for the copyright, and they just produce things with them, or they did at the time for these college packs. I really think that's what they do. They just find photos that don't have any copyright and they don't have to pay for any use and just print whatever they want. We have Gary Cunningham, Marquise Johnson, Terry Schofield. This is a good pack for us. Ducky Drake. We've got John Stanich, and Denny Crum. I especially think that when you look at these old black and white photos, these guys are from the 50s. I don't even know who they would make these cards for. Like, who's really collecting all these pictures of random college guys from 40, 50, 60 years ago? I don't even know. But that was a good pack for the binder. Got 2 cards out of 8. Cool. Not a bad photo right there. Now, we already went through one of these. We did it all in one setting. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to grab a stack out of here. These came from Brian Zebart, along with all of the packs that he sent in his last donation, which was a donation and a gift. A lot of packs with store stickers on them. Original store price tags for my personal collection of packs. Let me get rid of that gum dust. So we're going to look and see this little stack here, what Brian Zebart sent for the Junkie breaks. And then I have one more thing to look at the end. We have Terry Taylor. Don't think that I've seen that name before. We have Gary Pettis, Larry Sheets. We've got Larry Anderson, Chan Perry. Definitely haven't seen that. Is that a minor league? Team Best. The Akron Arrows. The Akron Arrows. AER. They made it kind of hard to see. And the back is even smaller. AER Arrows. Yeah, like pilots. That's definitely one I haven't seen before. We have Terry Schubert, Stadium Club. Gary Templeton, Stadium Club. Jerry Brown. Gary Pettis. Chuck Carey. Nice. Can't believe how many... I still wonder how many hours you spent pulling all of these out of your stacks and stacks. We got Jerry Brown. Terry Poole. We've got Pat Perry. We have Larry McWilliams. Larry Sheets. Barry Lyons. Barry Jones. Terry Clark. Another Terry Poole. Terry Kennedy. Lots and lots of Terrys. Terry Steinbach. Got Jerry Brown. Gary Templeton. Gary Thurman. Gary Pettis. Gary Gaetti. Gary Reedus. Gerald Perry. Gerald Perry. And Gerald Perry. That's awesome that the last 3 cards we got were Gerald Perry. Every time I see that name, I think it would be awesome to find a card that said Jerry Perry. And I've decided that Junkie breaks, I'm going to try to have a hit at the end of each Junkie break. Something that's very special. And I went looking for a card of Gerald Perry that might say Jerry Perry on it. And would you guys believe me if I said I found a card for Jerry Perry for the binder? Jerry Perry, front page business right there. Not Gerald Perry. Well, his name might be Gerald, but this is not the same Gerald Perry. But I did find a card for Jerry Perry. Can't get any better than that for the binder, I don't think. And I found several of these cards. I picked this one because I like how it's got some kid's notes all over it. So that says he's on waivers. Is waivers the same as like the IL? And then they crossed out the Cardinals over here. And they crossed out the Cardinals on the back. And I thought that was pretty cool, especially for our Junkie breaks. So that is the hit of the night. Jerry Perry, formerly of the St. Louis Cardinals. Wait, now I'm super confused. I'm going to have to go do some research on that now because I didn't know the St. Louis Cardinals were ever even a football team. So there you go. Thank you, Brian Zebart, for that awesome box of cards inside that huge donation. We're going to go through more of these next time we do a Junkie break. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of these cards, but these are all the ones that I pulled out because they were special. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Brian Zebart, and see you next time.